Hey, finally!
That's what we've been waiting for!
What's up, FNaF fanatics? It's me, Nathan. I'm currently preoccupied with college right now, which is why I haven't uploaded in a good minute, but lo and behold, some major news for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie just dropped, including confirmation for the official director, writer, and film date. But slow your roll and ease on the excitement, because although this is great news, it's also nail-biting for the future of this project, showing Blumhouse is not only committed to getting it done, but willing to take risks in the process. Big risks. What kind of risks? Well, right here, right now on Awesomegamerdude, I'm gonna share my concerns with this announcement and explain why it puts the film in a difficult position. Let's get started. So here's the source of the news direct from Jason Blum's Twitter account. He confirms that they're still working with Jim Henson's Creature Shop to make the animatronics, but also that Emmy Tammy is directing, and filming begins shooting in February 2023. Additionally, in an article released by The Hollywood Reporter, the writers are revealed to be Tammy, Seth Cudback, and of course Scott Cawthon, with Russell Binder as the executive producer. But don't fret. Scott and Blum are still heading the project as producers, just that they'll be working with another company, Stryker Entertainment, who has dealt with Five Nights at Freddy's in the past. So I have a very mixed reaction to this news. On one hand, it's great to see names attached to the project other than Blum and Scott. Now we know for sure that this thing is off the ground, past the scripting phase, and if it hasn't entered production already, is probably geared and ready to go. But at the same time, although there are people working on it, they don't have many credits to their name. The director, Emmy Tammy, for example, according to Rotten Tomatoes, has made a total of 3 movies, with her most recent one in 2018. Writer Seth Cudback, 3 movies. And let's not forget that Scott is out of his element working for the very first time on a feature film. I'm not saying that these professionals are unqualified, because they've earned the right to be called directors, writers, and producers, and anyone who goes on social media to discredit them and call them amateurs obviously has no idea what they're talking about. But, that being said, for a movie that has a lot of, let's say, passionate fans behind it, and a lot to live up to, this seems like a risky decision from Blum, handing the keys over to a group of people who might not be the right fit for this project. Our former directors, Gil Keenan and Chris Columbus, both had films under their belt that captured the essence of Five Nights at Freddy's. Poltergeist, directed by Gil Keenan, had spirits possessing a clown toy. Night at the Museum, produced by Chris Columbus, was about museum exhibits coming to life after the building closes, and its lead character was a night guard. Emmy Tammy, on the other hand, has experience with horror films, but none of them compare to Five Nights at Freddy's. I guess technically she was involved with the Blumhouse series Into the Dark, which featured an animatronic-esque character known as Puka, but from what we know, her involvement on that show was on Blood Moon, not Puka or its sequel, Puka Lives. Does this mean she can't pull it off? Absolutely not. In fact, Scott seems to have a lot of faith in her as a director, saying to Variety, "In a meeting with Emma, I felt she had a great understanding of the franchise, and really felt that she could craft something that would please the fan base and keep people on the edge of their seats." I'm with Scott. She's got this. But if the film turns out different than what we expected, there's no sense in crying on the internet about it, because we should have known better than to demand so much out of what is essentially going to be a small-scale film with a less-known director. It has every right to be the next big blockbuster, and I implore Tammy to shoot for the stars, but she doesn't have to. And therefore, we should all tune our expectations accordingly and not expect some massive A-level masterpiece. I know this is disappointing for some people. After all, some of us have waited like 7 years for this thing, but it's not the end of the world. We're still getting a movie, and regardless of how they go about making it, at the end of the day, it's just more Five Nights at Freddy's content for us to chew on. So please don't harass Blum on Twitter, or anyone else for that matter. It's getting old. Next time you know, people are gonna complain about the designs not being perfect. Oh wait! But anyway, that's all my thoughts on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie casting. Thank you for watching. As soon as I get around to it, I'll make another installment to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie prediction series, so if you haven't already, subscribe so you can see that in the future. Sorry about the lack of uploads, but I take my schooling very seriously and don't want to get behind. Hopefully I come up with a system soon so I can get stuff out regularly. In the meantime though, what do you think? Are you happy with this director choice? What do you think about them filming in February? What is your dream cast for the film? Tell me in the comments. Alright, I'm going back to work. Thanks for taking time out of your day, and have a good one. Gamer Dude, over and out.